Hi, we've rated the Strata Prince Info City 2 Perungudi Chennai pre-leased office fractional ownership opportunity as 8.1 on 10. Hi, this is Raja.
Hi, this is Rishi. We are from Invest in Pre-leased. We help you profit from curated pre-lease proposals.
We are the authorized channel partners for Strata and other asset managers. So if you would like to talk about this opportunity, you can call us. Our numbers are on the screen. So to discuss the highlights, the total asset size is 27.15 CR. You can invest 25 lakhs and then a multiple of 5 lakhs.
You get 16,877 as your monthly output, and the average ROI for this particular asset is 7.58% for the first 3 years. ROI is return on investment. The investment that you're making, you get approximate of 371 square feet.
The rental will start 30 to 45 days from the drawdown where you make the entire payment. And then the tenant is a healthcare technology company based and headquartered in the USA.
You have lock-in of 3 years, and the purchase price is 7,421 per square feet. The structure is going to be a private limited entity of which you will be part. You will be the shareholders of that entity.
If you'd like to discuss this opportunity, call us. If you like this video, please tell us why. If you don't like this video and you think we could improve, tell us why as well in the comments. And please share the video if you find it useful. And of course, please subscribe to our channel. So we begin with knowing the tenant. The tenant gets 1 on 1.25. So
the tenant is a healthcare tech-enabled company. They are based out of USA. The company was established in 2011. There are total 10,000 employees currently employed with the company. They have 6 delivery centers. They have 100 plus clients in the healthcare segment. It's a US-based conglomerate. The company was acquired by Baring Private Equity Asia for $320 million in 2019. And this company has been present in Chennai since inception and already occupies a floor in Prince Info City 2. The asset is a further expansion in India. So we move on to whether this company is a part of Fortune 500 Global or India Fortune 100. It is not part of either of them. So that's the reason we have given 0 on 0.25.
So the company is profitable, and like we mentioned, the tenant is into healthcare and they're a technology company. Knows especially after COVID how important health is and healthcare is, and a company that helps healthcare companies power their billing and a lot of other processes is a very critical thing, and they've been growing by leaps and bounds. Therefore, the tenant industry looks excellent. So 0.25 on 0.25 there. Now, in terms of the asset,
this time, unfortunately, we have not been able to visit the location physically. But yes, like every time, we ensure that we have information from the ground. Yeah, this time also, we have taken good time to come back to you guys, and we have actually got a lot of information about the asset and the location. When we talk about the asset grade, now this is a 10 to 12-year-old structure, and overall, definitely it's a glass facade structure. It has good companies as tenants in that particular building. Overall, feel, look, vibe, everything is good. But still, owing to being a 10, 12-year-old structure, we are not grading it as a grade A asset, and that's the reason we are taking 0.2 out of it, and that's the reason we're giving 0.3 on 0.5. Now, coming to the IGBC rating, now IGBC basically stands for Indian Green Building Council rating. And basically, the importance of this particular parameter is this, that it basically talks about the outflows of the building, how energy efficient is the building, what kind of resources are being saved when you are using utilities in this particular building. And as an investor, you would be definitely concerned that tomorrow my outflow should be low. So that is why we have included, and we have already explained this earlier. Unfortunately, this building doesn't have an IGBC rating as of now. So we are given 0 on 0.25.
OC occupation certificate has been received, so it gets 0.25 on 0.25 there. Can it be subdivided with independent access? No, in this case. So 0 on 0.25 there.
So we have done again a research on the location. Perungudi, if we look at as a location, the entire 20 kilometer patch is a IT corridor where you have a lot of campuses, a lot of buildings, a lot of IT companies that are already existing in the vicinity. As good as you have Freshworks, which is recently listed NASDAQ company, which is also having campus out here. So we feel that the location is definitely upcoming. In terms of the development, you have a lot of residential, you have a lot of schools, hospitals in the vicinity. So this entire 20 kilometer patch has a very strong dominance in terms of the IT infrastructure, in terms of the support infrastructure which is required for the employees to be around. And overall, the research that we did with the ground people over there, we could find that this location is definitely promising. So we would want to go ahead with 0.75 on 0.75, giving them the full marks for the location. Know your asset comes about 1.3 on 2.
So in terms of the deal, it gets 2.4 on 2.5 because it's a great duration, 9 years. It gets 0.25 on 0.25. There, we need a minimum of 5, so it's excellent. Lock-in is 3 years. We expect a 3-year lock-in, so 0.3 on 0.3 there. In terms of the penalty or corporate guarantee, there is a penalty clause in case they leave before the lock-in, so 0.2 on 0.2 there. This is a registered agreement, so again, great news, 0.5 on 0.5 there.
In this case, like we have a standard parameter of either 5% per annum or 15% after 3 years. In this particular asset, we have a 15% clause after 3 years, and that's the reason we are going ahead with 0.5 on 0.5. Rent start date, well, this asset is already acquired in operation, or whatever time is going to basically taken is basically for completion of the documentation. So it's an immediate transaction and immediate payout. So again, we are giving 0.25 on 0.25. We have mentioned 30 to 45 days because that will be the time taken on for the drawdown as well as for the paperwork to get over and all. And that's the reason we are mentioning that. You have a deposit of 6 months as rent as your deposit amount, which is also a very good thing. So 0.25 on 0.25 that. Raj, what's your take on the notice period?
Notice period is 3 months and therefore it gets 0.15 on 0.25. Moving to the ROI, कितना देती है 1.75 on 2 because the rental yield is 7.58% average return on investment for the first 3 years. It's a shade lower than what we would expect. We would expect a 8% net. Therefore, it gets 0.75 on 1.
Since this is an expansion of the company that's already occupying a floor in the same vicinity, the company is convinced in terms of the location, the company is convinced in terms of the rent. They have spent on the furniture that's done. When we look at the market rental, the present rentals are varying between say around 48 to 50 rupees going on to 60 rupees. So a company coming in at 52 rupees, looking at an expansion is a great sign. We all know how COVID has been, and probably this company has added a lot of value in the industry for healthcare professionals and healthcare companies. So yes, we would want to go ahead with 0.5 on 0.5. With regards to the capital expenditure by the tenant, here, yes, the entire furniture expense has been done by the tenant. So we know that they are going to stick around for a longer time. And that's the reason we are again giving them 0.5 on 0.5. Again, it's a known name in the industry. Strata has launched this asset on their platform. Sudarshan Lodha, who is the co-founder and CEO of Strata, he's a lawyer by profession. Strata as a company is being backed by Elevation Capital, Gruhas, funded Kotak, and also Nikhil Kamath from Zerodha has funded the company. They have a sound team which is doing a lot of work. All in all, up till now, the experience with them has been really good, and that's the reason we are giving 0.5 on 0.5. Whether this asset manager is profitable, unfortunately, they are not yet profitable, but we are soon hoping that they will be profitable soon, and that's the reason we have taken that 0.25 from them. Raj?
It's important to have a client dashboard with the ledgers of all the investments plus TDS certificates and all of that. Strata has invested time, effort, and money into this, and they've got a very sound tech solution to this with the dashboard, etc. So therefore, 0.25 on 0.25 there. Profitable exit given for any asset? No, not yet, because again, they've been around for 2.5 years. Like we say, it's a little too early. We hope that they score marks on this very soon. So 0 on 0.25 there. In terms of the total assets under management, they've now crossed 600, which I think is excellent. It hits our top benchmark, which is why they get 0.25 on 0.25 there. In terms of the hurdle rate, they're keeping 10% as their hurdle rate, and they will charge 20% as performance over and above that 10%. So let's assume that you get a year-on-year return or IRR of 12% in this opportunity. So at the time of exit, anything beyond 10%, which is now, let's say you've invested 100 rupees, so you get, let's say, an additional of 2 rupees. right, on 100. So they will be charging 20% on 2 rupees, which is 40 paise. So this is what their performance fee will be. Some of the asset managers have 12%, which we think is great. These guys have it at 10%. So that's why we are rating it at 0.4 on 0.5. And with that, Rishi, what's your 2 cents on this?
Sure. If you look at the asset location, it has been a very promising location. We know that things are going to fall in place. If you look at the asset grade, of course, we are compromising a little on the asset grade, but that's okay because you have good tenants in the vicinity and probably this location is upcoming. Yes, there are certain challenges with regards to maybe the stamp duty cost being high, probably looking at tenants or supply. But yes, all in all, if you look at the market or the location, it's excellent. If you look at the asset manager, they have an amazing learning curve in terms of the crossing 600 crores is genuinely a good sign. They have evolved, they know their stuff well. So if you put together this as a proposal, yes, we would want to rate this as 0.25 on 0.25. We would want to tell you that yes, this bet can be taken.
So we would suggest that you go ahead and invest. And all startup properties, we expect even this one to get funded pretty soon. So in case you're interested, please do call us. Our numbers are on your screen. Please like and share this video, and also subscribe to our channel if you've not already. With that, the total 8.1 on 10, and we'll see you soon. Thank you.
Thank you.